Hi guys, for this video I'm going to be showing you how to get these braids. They aren't too complicated but not very easy either, but I'm going to be breaking it down for you. So if you would like to see exactly how I came up with these creations of these braids, then please keep on watching. So to begin, I separated my hair from the side into the middle. Also drew a line at the back of my head just to create a part line. So I am taking my finger and with half the section drawing like a line at the back of my head just to sort of cut it in half, so to speak. So the hair on top I just clipped it away. With the hair on the bottom I just tied it off with elastic just for now. And I've repeated the exact same thing on the other side, so sectioning off one half and clipping that out of the way. Then taking the first half down again, and I'm going to start Dutch braiding. Dutch braid is going to help make it stand out a bit more, but you can do whatever braid you want. So of course, starting with 3 strands, we're going to be taking them underneath of each other. So I'm also of course going to add sections going under. So I was keeping close to my hairline to begin with and keeping nice and tight at the top. So once you start getting to the back, you want to continue adding in sections as you go along, so that until the first square of the braid is done. Once you get that far, you're then going to continue braiding onto the other side of the square, which is at the bottom right. So you end up braiding on the other side of your head. So once you've included all the hair in the braid, just add a few more stitches. I don't know why people call it stitches. So once you get to the last strand, you're going to braid it just regularly, and of course tie it off. And then besides the same thing on the other side, adding or separating my hair into 3 strands. And of course crossing them underneath of each other. But again, you can do whatever braid you want. So adding in hair as I go along. So once I get to the other side, I'm going to of course start including hair from the bottom left corner of the hair. I got this hairstyle completely inspired by Missy Sue. She did sort of like for sports hairstyles. So I'm just going to continue braiding down until I run out of hair. Then I of course tie it off and just volumize the back of it just to make sure that some of my wefts are hidden, because I do have tapered extensions, and that is that hairstyle finished. But if you don't have tapered extensions, you don't have to worry about volumizing as much. So now with this crochet Dutch braid, I'm going to take a section of hair from the top around the hairline or the crown of my head. I'm going to loop it into, well, a loop by twisting it around and repositioning my hand. Then adding some extra hair with my other arm, I'm going to add it to the existing tail, pull that tail through and only halfway to create a new loop. So then we've also got a new tail. So adding more hair from the sides of my head, adding it to the current tail, pulling it through the loop halfway and creating a whole new loop. I can't remember where I learned this hairstyle from, but it's so easy. Well, it's a bit complicated when you first learn, but after you get the hang of it, it's much easier. So once I got to the last one, I then pull the tail all the way through. This will just help sort of lock it in. And of course, holding it taut with my hand, I then secure it off with elastic. You can put a bit of a strand of hair around it, but I skipped that step. But once you have tied your hair off, that is then the hairstyle finished. So now for this 4-strand lace braid that leads into a fishtail braid, I'm of course going to reposition my hair back over to the, well, parted on the left but hanging off to the right. So taking a chunk of my hair from my hairline, I'm going to divide it into 4 sections. This time I'm going to break it down for you properly. Taking the backmost section underneath the first one, over top the next one, and then reversing that. So under, over, over, under. So once I get to my headline again, I'm going to add some strands of hair in, then going under from the back section, over, and then under, then over, adding in more hair. Adding more hair to that section right there. Then once again, under from the back section, over throughout the middle, and then back over, or slash under, and adding some more hair in from my hairline. So I only took hair from my hairline, I didn't take anything from the back section. The last time I did, but this time I'll take it from the hairline. You can of course leave some face framing layers down, or if you have bangs you can leave them down as well. But because I don't have bangs and don't exactly have face framing layers as such, I included it all in. So just continuing by going under, over, over, under. So once I go back to my ear point, I then just continuously braid it regularly. Well, you know, with the rest of the 4 strands. So once I was done with that, I just went through and volumized a little bit. You can of course skip this step, but I just wanted to make my braid look a bit more full. So skipping all my hair to the side that the braid is on, I then wrap the hair around the ponytail, mocking like a strand of hair in general, but I use a braid for that. And of course securing off the elastic by tying it off into 2 knots, then pulling it up so that the braid does cover over the elastic. Then of course, because my hair was still sticking out from this point, I just pinned it back against my head. So separating my hair into 2, I then pass one small section from one side of the braid to the other. So continuing down, doing the exact same thing, passing one strand from the other to the other side of the hair, and doing the exact same thing, back and forth, and that's how you create a fishtail braid. So we'll just continue braiding down to the bottom, and once I was happy with how far down it was, I then grabbed a small strand and pushed the rest up, and this just helps make the fishtail braid a lot easier to puff out. So now for this face framing braid, fishtail braid, I'm going to be taking a small strand from the top of my head, just leaving some face framing pieces down. And of course, going to be doing the exact same thing again, passing one small strand of hair to the other bunch, and then reversing that. And as I went along, I did add hair from, like, bits of pieces of spare hair from the sides, and add them into the mix. But I didn't start grabbing the hairline pieces until I got to about the temple of my hair. So as you can see, the hairline pieces that are now in. So now I'm just fishtail braiding regularly, and of course I'm volumizing it because I want this braid to be very full and very flattering. And then pinning that in place under a section of hair. And once that's done, your hairstyle is then complete. So thank you all so much for watching. I did have a lot of fun filming this. Thank you for watching, and I will see you for more future videos. Bye everyone!